Hey there, and welcome back to Cosmic Crypto. In this video, we're going to be talking about Litecoin LTC. Let's go. Okay, welcome back to the channel. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, you can go down below, hit that subscribe button. And while you're down there, if you can tap the like button, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you to all the new subscribers and all the likes I've been getting in the comments. Really appreciate it all. And let's get into this. Litecoin on the weekly time frame. Just want to do a quick update on Litecoin. We have a halving coming here shortly. I've got these vertical lines, these green lines here, pointing out when the halving is and was. And in 2019, we did have the halving here. And you see that we had a massive run up, kind of in anticipation of that 580% move. Not bad. So if we had a 580% move on this one, that would put us roughly around $280, which would be pretty nice. But you can see that right before the halving actually happened, this was a buy the rumor, sell the news event, and it rose up, and then we had a fall, and then we had our larger move to the upside, forming this double bottom. Now, I've been kind of speculating, trying to figure out what I think that we're going to do here. And do I think that we're going to go up, hit this point right here around $125 to $130, come back down, and then go up to reach new highs? Or do I think that this is going to go straight up to $400 and then find a new high, come back down, get some support, and continue on to the upside? Because I do believe Litecoin is actually, yeah, I'm going to say it. I think Litecoin is gearing up for something pretty special here. And looking at this chart, if you were to take a fractal, if you know anything about fractals, it's just taking previous price action and having it replay itself, basically. If you look at this, what happened, let me delete this green line. These must have been from a previous video. If you look at this fall here, and then we had a double bottom happen, but it was a very short double bottom and just really quick. Then we came up and came back down. Also, we had the C19 crash right here, so that also affected it a little bit, but that actually, we were falling before that anyways. But if you compare this to this right here, this section right here, I mean, I see a lot of similarities between this right here and this right here. As you can see, we had this little bump up right here before we came down to form our bottom. Just like that, right here, we had a little bump up, came down, and formed our bottom. Then we had a long drawn-out W pattern form, and this is a long drawn-out W pattern. And as you can see, we have this right here, kind of like a BART pattern, where we went up, came back down, and then we started moving. Well, we had it again right here. We came up, came down in a very strong fashion, and now we're starting to move. Well, now if you take from, let's just say the drop here, because that's easy to pinpoint, this drop right here to the top, that took 252 days. Okay. Now there's going to be less days than that. Well, maybe, because we have like 190 days or 180 days left until the halving. So let's just see from this point until the halving. I mean, 231 days. I mean, there's a lot of similarities between this right here. So if you pulled this fractal over to here, it would look very similar. So I don't know. I'm really on the fence here on what I think is going to happen. Do I think we're going to get a massive rejection right in this area right here, and then come back down to form a larger double bottom? Or do I think we're going to go up higher and reach that $400 level on this push right now? Time will tell. My personal opinion is I kind of think we're going to go all the way to $400. That's just my personal opinion. The other reason why I say that is because if we take the very bottom over here, right here to the halving, that's 200, or let's just take it to the top. That's 196 days. Well, that's roughly what we have left before the halving here. We've got 190 days or so. But we were way lower down here in this move. We are quite a bit higher. There's a large percentage difference here. I mean, from the bottom to the bottom, I mean, that's an 82% difference. And so, I mean, let's just do this again. So if we took this to this top here, that's 535 5%, and then we took this bottom here and we go up 535%, brings us roughly right here at 257. But then if we put another 100% on that, or even 80% on top of that, that brings us above this line here, above the $400 level. I mean, there's many things that are making me think that we're going to go straight up here, break above our all-time high, and find support on top of that. I mean, not only does this look very similar to this move back here, the same amount of days happened almost exactly between where we're at right now and the big move back here and the halving. The percentages line up almost perfectly to bring us above this line if we equal the same percentages. And then just the, one thing that's got me really thinking here is this: if we use our Elliott wave here, the first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave, and then the ABC correction. And what does that normally lead to? That normally leads to another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott wave. And I mean, this is on the weekly time frame. So if that played out too, that would mean, in my opinion, our first wave could possibly, I mean, this, I know it seems very far-fetched. So I know that there's going to be people probably laughing at my analysis here. And it does seem very far-fetched. I get it. But if our first wave brought us up here, let's just say we had a long first wave just like we did back there. We came down for our second wave right here. And then we had a very long, I mean, see, that doesn't make sense, does it? I mean, well, I guess percentage-wise, maybe we would be like right around here and then something like that. Let's just see how that would actually play out. Let's see. So if we went there to there, well, yeah, that's just, and then let's take this guy to there maybe. And the price just seems ridiculous. I know it seems very ridiculous. I mean, that's not even possible, actually, not, let alone ridiculous, to go up to 31,000. I'm not saying we're going to get up there, but what I am saying is I do think that maybe we do have just a 5-wave, a smaller 5-wave come in here. Maybe it does do something, first wave, second, third, break us above, fourth, fifth, something like that. We do a 5-wave structure like that, then we ABC correct back down. I mean, that's only $1,600. Still very high for Litecoin, but doable. I believe that is doable. So, I mean, time is going to tell. I'm just kind of rambling here on what I think might happen. It's just a lot of things are playing nicely here for Litecoin. I mean, and then also crypto's gaining a lot of exposure. It's gaining momentum. And where is Litecoin? It's on everything. Everybody has access to Litecoin. Coinbase, PayPal, Robinhood, everywhere. You have, I mean, Litecoin is all over the place. So the easy accessibility for Litecoin as well is just kind of making me think that we could be seeing something a lot larger than people are going to expect. Let's go down to the daily time frame now. Oh no, actually, I wanted to talk about what we're just about to hit here. So we are just about to hit not only the 50 line here, the median between our channel. We've got this long going channel here, and we've got our halfway point. We're just about to hit that, but we're also going to run into this blue line, which is the 200 EMA. I do expect to see some resistance there at the 200 EMA. I mean, we could do, a couple weeks at that 200 EMA, just kind of bouncing around, or even just getting some kind of a correction. I mean, if you're a pattern person, you've got, this rising wedge forming here, which then could bring us back down to, you pull a Fibonacci from this bottom here to this top, let's just say. I mean, that could bring us all the way back down to like $62, which would line up nicely with this previous resistance right here. There's a lot of things that could play out. That's just one of the things I'm seeing here as well. And I do expect some kind of resistance there. If we do blast right through that, I mean, that's pretty incredible, especially since, I mean, we do have plenty of room on the RSI. We've got plenty of room on the trend directional here. Then let's go down to the daily time frame. We did break above the 200 on the daily, so that is pretty bullish. I could see, another wave forming that falls here. And so coming back down to retest some areas, maybe retesting right here again around the $80 level, which we already basically did. I'm curious what the Elliott wave thing says. Yeah, it even says we're in our 5th wave to come back for an ABC correction on the daily. So there's a lot of things telling me that we have a correction coming in here soon. We also have divergences. You know, we got higher prices and lower RSI as of right now. So we've got that going against us for the upside. So I do expect a correction, but you know, in the short term, we could be seeing us come and touch this center line here, which would also be the 200 EMA on the weekly. Let's go down to the 4 hour just to see if there's anything going on down here. I mean, we're moving up to the upside. Let's get this guy on here. We're continuing to make higher highs and higher lows. Our last one that we made on the 4 hour, you know, we came down and we're still fairly bullish. We tapped the 0.5 Fibonacci and we're continuing on to the upside. So there is that. And on the 4 hour, it looks like you need to pay attention to the RSI here. We're kind of finding support on the RSI right here. So if this breaks down below, I'm expecting the run is over for the short term. I mean, this is just the 4 hour. So maybe for a few days, for a week, maybe we just go sideways. Who knows? Now you might say you got an inverse head and shoulders kind of forming here, but that's kind of I don't really think so. We're moving to the upside. These things usually form when you're falling to the downside. But yeah, I do believe, and we've got so many divergences going on here, bearish ones, that is. So, yeah, just pay attention on the 4 hour for us to fall through on the RSI here, and that'll be your first signal that we are about to turn over for a larger move to the downside, most likely. But Litecoin, you know, in the long run, it's weird to say, but I'm extremely bullish on it. I do believe that we are going to be seeing a higher price for Litecoin, a new all-time high, and a lot higher than $400. I mean, I'm expecting minimum $800 Litecoin minimum in this bull cycle. You know, when the bull run actually kicks off, which I don't think is really going to happen until 2024, 2025, unless we do something like in, what was that, 2015 one, where we just went straight up on the bull cycle there. You know, there was no major correction like there was in 2019. Sorry, my phone is ringing. If you can hear that. There was no major correction. Like in 2019, 2018, we had the 2019 run, and then we had the crash, and then we continued on in 2021. Back in 2020, 2014, 2015, whenever that was, I think it just went straight up after the bear cycle was over. So anyway, we'll just have to wait and see. Litecoin, very bullish on. We'll just have to pay attention to the prices, and most likely, you know, just wait for a correction that I think is coming here shortly. Sorry, my phone just distracted me, so I lost my train of thought there. But yeah, I expect some kind of a correction back down here in the shorter term. But I do think that we might be on our way for a massive, massive move. Anyway, that's all I got. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and hit that like button, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.